Hey, AJ,
Sorry, you
sorry.
had to fight your siblings? I'm sorry, you had to fight your siblings? Me and Dylan have done rounds together, brother. I will fight Dylan every single day of the week, and I have. So what is that supposed to tell me? I should feel sorry for you? You had to fight a sibling?
Well,
You and Becca have thrown punches at each other.
well, allegedly. Jesus Christ, this guy, I'm gonna sue him for
She used to
defamation.
wallop JP, okay? She used to wallop him. We played knee football. She gave him the forearm shiver. He'd be sitting there crying.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode here on Locked Door MMA. We're your hosts. I'm Brevin. This is my good buddy JP. We have another exciting video for you guys today. We will be breaking down and going over every single fight for UFC Fight Night Vettori versus Dolidze 2. Before we do, we had a stacked pay-per-view last weekend. It was a lot of fun, a lot of action for only being 10 fights. I mean, they definitely made up for it. A lot of canceled fights, but good fights they were. JP, what were some of your thoughts?
Robbery. Robbery was my thought. Francis Marshall got robbed, okay? We picked Marion Santos. He won the fight. Brevin, do you think he actually won the fight?
Of course he won the fight, man. Francis Marshall did nothing. He barely touched me in the clinch. No, Santos lost that fight, but hey, we've gotten screwed over so many times.
Facts.
We got to take them when we can. I'll take the W. The striking numbers, sure, it was close, but like as a fair fan, as a fair viewer, Santos lost that fight.
Yeah, so I know everybody's screaming robbery. I know that's not the fight they're talking about. Whatever, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
JP was really ticked off about the main event.
Whatever.
I will say him and I got into a little back and forth. All right, and we don't do that a lot, but when we do, I'm like, all right, this guy's either been drinking all night or something because something's clearly wrong with him right now. He needs to calm down. I don't know. It was tough. It's one of those things. Like it is a close fight. It can go either way. At the end of the day, these fighters need to stop leaving it up to the judges, right? That's my take on it. You got 5 rounds to figure it out. You got 5 rounds to get a victory. If it's a 3-round split decision, sure. I'm a little bit more like, robbery, yada, yada. But 5 rounds, you got plenty of time, especially from a guy like Poatan who has the KO power. Go knock him out, right? Go knock him out. Ankalaev should have done a better job wrestling. Maybe stay away from that game plan. It wasn't working. I don't know. But he got the belt. That's what matters to him. It was an okay fight from the viewer standpoint, but life goes on.
I mean, yeah. Like I was heated, bro. I was heated in the moment. I was pissed. A couple days. I mean, even Sunday. I mean, afterwards. I mean, now that I had time to calm down, it is what it is, I guess. Like you're saying, like 5 rounds. I agree. 5 rounds. And you're getting robbed. Like, kind of hard to believe. 0 for 12 on takedowns is my big thing. But then again, like 11 strikes to the head. Like, that wasn't his total strikes, obviously, for the whole fight, but to the head the entire time. I don't know. It was what it was. Yeah. Let's move on or I'm going to get pissed off.
We certainly can. First fight on this card this weekend, we have 2 more women. I know they're not the greatest fights out there, and they almost robbed JP of a perfect card last weekend. If he would have had that girls fight, it would have came down to the main event for the perfect card, which would have been a lot of fun. We've got Eunice Duben taking on Carly Judice.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy you said that because I was already upset about the Pereira decision. So if that would have been the deciding fight, oh, brother.
Yikes.
I would have went nuts. Yeah. The women's fights, man. Just ruining our perfect card. This one. Eunice Duben. Smoking doobies. Are we going to smoke on that doobie this weekend? Carly Judice. So you might look at her record, 3-2. You might be like, oh my God, that's trash. 5 fights. 26. Kind of weird. The other girl's got 6 fights. Granted, she's 6-0. Okay. Let's take a look at Duben's record before we get into Duben's fights or anything. and I'm probably going to spend way too much time on this, but who cares? Duben's fights 0-0, 0-0, 0-0, 0-0, 0-0. These are people she's fighting. Okay? So sure, she's 2-0, 3-0, whatever, 0-0. You can't tell me she's fighting people with experience, people with, good fighting styles. They're 0-0. What the hell? So she just managed to win. Fast forward to Contender Series. He's fighting a girl named Shanna Clark, who's supposed to be the Canadian, why am I forgetting her name? Kayla Harrison, right? Supposed to be Canadian Kayla Harrison. This girl, I don't even know how to describe it, is just running forward with her chin in the air, just swinging, running at Doobie, okay? Doobie's, sure, she's got a little bit of power for women. We'd like to see that. But the strikes are not straight. They're not crazy accurate. They were both landing. And then she let her rush in, planted her feet, boom, put her on the chin, and starched this girl in the Contender Series. Doobie was a plus 800 underdog in that fight.
Wow.
Starched her. Carly Judice, okay? She lost to Ernesta Karashketa. I know you know who that is. We like Karashketa. She's long. She's crafty. She's got good stand-up. And Gabriela Fernandez, who, if you guys remember, Gabriela Fernandez conquered the Wang, if you will. Okay? Head kicked the Wang, choked the Wang. Choked the Wang out. My fault. If you ask me, not bad loss. I like Carly Judice's stand-up more. It's more technical. It's straighter. I think she's quicker. I think Doobie's just kind of a brawler. 6-0. That O has got to go. We've seen it all year. Give me Judice, bro. Give me Judice. Doobie's fought trash. He had a big surprise win, knockout. She's not doing it here. She won't. I think Judice is going to beat her ass. Give me Judice.
Yeah, that was one of my concerns going into this one as well, was the strength of schedule. Bingo Bango JP, gimme crispy chicken tenders, Harley Judice. That's an interesting nickname, man. But I do think she has the power. She's going to be a little bit bigger than her opponent on Saturday. And, ultimately, when the power comes into conversation, like JP was mentioning, Eunice Duben does have some power in her hands, but she's going to be outsized, probably outmatched, especially from a skill standpoint. So I'm going with Judice as well.
Yep, bingo, bango. Yeah, bro. Doobie, Duben, whatever. She's got the heavies, if you will. Next fight. Josiani.
We're talking about the hands?
Yeah,
What are we
yeah.
talking
She's
about?
got heavy hands, bro. Yeah. What we're talking about.
Okay. All right.
Josiani Nunes and Priscilla Cachoeira.
Yeah, speaking of heavy hands, we've got Josiane Nunes. She's interesting, dude. She's like a little pit bull out there. I like the look. She's bald, she just runs at people. You can find a left. Her striking style is a little bit interesting. And it has to be because she only stands at 5'2". That's always been one of the concerns. At 135 in this women's division, 5'2" is pretty darn small. Her opponent's going to stand at 5'7". However, we've got a little bit of Slender Man going on. Josiane Nunes has the reach advantage. 5'2", 5'7". Nunes has a 2-inch reach advantage. These arms are like bull out there on the basketball court. She can touch you from anywhere,
Or
okay? She's
lob.
just reaching them out there. And so I think in this one, JP, Josiane Nunes probably will get the best of Priscilla Cochoeira. We've seen Cochoeira in the octagon quite a bit. She's 4-6 in the UFC. She's kind of a vet at this point. She had that really bad loss to Miranda Maverick where she got, or I'm sorry, Jasmine Jasdovicius, where she just got absolutely mauled in her last time out. And that was January of last year. Now, a year later, little over a year later, she's coming back fighting another girl with big power. Not a big fan of hers. Honestly, she's getting older. She hasn't really done anything as of late that's impressive. Yeah, she's probably fought the better competition, but that's also why she has all those losses on her record as well. So give me the up and coming fighter in this one, Josiane Nunes.
Yeah, it's weird. We sit here and say that these women fights, I mean, get up, go pee, get a drink. I mean, we saw last weekend, kind of a dud. And those are supposed to be two higher level women in the division. This is a women's fight, and I always say lock the over 1.5, over 2.5. Fight goes distance. Always lock it with a women's fight because 9 times out of 10 it's going long. Revan, I think we got a shot to have this one not go distance. I think we got a shot because Cochoeira, she likes to brawl. She likes to brawl and come forward. And like you said, Nunes she's got the reach advantage. She's got power.
I just worry about Priscilla's toughness, dude. She's eaten some massive shots. Like in that Jasdavicius
She
fight,
did.
her face was busted up and she was bleeding all over the place. Nunes does have that power, but Priscilla is one of the tougher women inside of this division, which is why she has the nickname of Zombie Girl.
True.
That's kind of what I worry about on Saturday is that she's just walking through the fire, eating shots. I don't think she finds a win, but eventually the gas tank's going to fade from Nunes, and so does the power. Could be a little tricky there.
It's I'm hoping at least. I'm praying for it. We might have a shot. So we'll see what the sprinkle is. See what it looks like. But I was kind of back and forth on this one. Didn't really know. I'm like, damn, Nunes he's small. He reminds me of the dwarves from Lord of the Rings. They're tiny, but boy, do they got aggression. Okay, they're coming at you in your face. Then I looked at Cachoeira's record. She lost the decision to Molly McCann. And then you look at the rest of her resume. She's got so many canceled fights. I mean, you said it a couple cards ago, earlier in the year. I don't listen to myself and I don't follow my own rules. Lost to Molly McCann by decision, looks terrible, and then a bunch of canceled fights. Give me Nunes. Bingo, bango. Give me Nunes.
All right, moving us up the card. We have Andre Lima taking on Daniel Barez.
Andre Lima, the guy who got bit in the octagon.
He did, then got the tattoo.
What is it? It was his right bicep or something like that. That's
He's a wild guy.
that's crazy. Igor Severino is the one who bit him. And then he immediately got released from the UFC.
Oh, of course.
Hey,
He was like a big time prospect too,
Yeah, he
dude.
was.
He was a big time prospect. He just bit Lima.
Hey, you know what Mike Tyson says? If you ain't biting, you ain't trying.
Well, this guy definitely was trying.
I like Lima, man. I like his striking style. He's got that striking style where they're not sitting flat-footed, but when they go to hit you, they're planted to the ground. They're even, they're level. So when they hit you, it's hard as shit. He's good at checking leg kicks. He throws straight shots. He's got good head movement. He's defensively sound. I like Lima's striking a lot. And to pair it with, I think he's got decent takedown defense. That's why Igor was getting frustrated biting the dude because he couldn't take him down. I don't think Daniel Barez is that bad. I don't think he's got a ground game. I don't think he's going to work Lima on the ground. I think Lima's faster. I think he's more explosive. And Barez is going to want to stand up kickbox with it. I think, forget what his style is. I think it's I know Lima's is Muay Thai. Forget what Barez is, but they're both going to want to stand up. Barez had a decent showing against, what's that? I think we picked that fight too. Altamirano.
Mm-hmm.
He had a decent showing against that. That kid, I just like Lima a lot, dude. And I like Lima. I know we said somebody's O has got to go. I don't think Lima's is going. I don't think Barez is the guy to beat Lima. I think Lima remains perfect. Give me Andre Lima.
Yeah. Yeah, bingo, JP. The other thing that you failed to mention, though, was Lima's toughness on the sphere card. We saw him go out in his last bout. Got caught early by Dos Santos. He was in a world of hurt in that first round. His eyes were big. He was seeing the sphere above him. He was able to recover and get back into a really dominant position where he won the remaining 2 rounds to secure that unanimous decision victory. And this one, like you said, JP, I don't love Barez's overall game. I think he does have a little bit of a ground game. I don't think you gave him enough credit there. He does have 6 wins by submission, but they were all outside of the UFC. I don't really know the level of competition there. However, if you look further down on his resume, he has fought some dudes. Like he did fight Manel Kopp in 2014. Obviously, they were both young. It's not the same Manel Kopp that we see these days, but that's still an impressive fight. But I do think Lima's the up and coming fighter. I think, like you said, the striking's there for him, and I feel very confident in his ability to not only land his shots but eat the shots coming back his way. I think he'll be just fine on Saturday. Give me Andre Lima.
100%. This next one. Next one's. I'm excited to hear what you have to say. Josias Musasa. I love that name. It's a badass name. Versus Carlos Vera.
Musasa. Here's the thing about Musasa. Okay, his nickname is the KO Wizard. I cannot stand when somebody has KO in their nickname. Like that's just not a great sign. And I think back to that dude that his nickname's Tim and Dembro, the art of the KO, and he hasn't knocked a single person out inside the UFC. It's just not a good omen. I feel like it brings you pretty bad luck. However, Musasa, he does have good hands. He's very explosive. Carlos Vera, we saw him on the Ultimate Fighter on Connor's season. Ended up not doing that great on the season, but he's here in the UFC, getting a second chance. I don't know. He's okay. He wants to get you on the ground. He wants to find submissions, but I'm not in love with his wrestling. And I think in this one, he's going to be outstrengthed by Musasa. And you want to know a weird fact? I was looking at Musasa's bio, okay? Listed in his bio is the name of his head coach. You want to take a guess on what his head coach's name is?
Is it Josias?
His head coach's name is Ya Dad Moser.
What?
Yes, I kid you not. He's got my last name. We are brothers. I know JP is part Chinese, but my brother is Musasa's coach. So, like, that got me thinking, how could I go against my kin? How can I go against my family? Give me Josias Musasa all day. I really do think he finds a KO in this one.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Why are you doing this? Why aren't you over there training with them?
Oh, we do train. Yes, we do train from time to time. I go over to his camp. He's looking great going into this fight. I will say that.
Ooh, a little bit of insider trading? Whoa,
It's like Chael
whoa.
Sonnen. No insider training. It's like Chael Sonnen going into the PI and saying, "Oh, Rera's doing this, blah blah blah." Shut up, Chael.
Blah, 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 blah. All right. I got a couple things for this fight. Okay, number one. Brevin's correct. Carlos Vera is going to look for a submission. Carlos Vera is one of those guys who's going to roll and try and grab your leg lock you, heel hook you, knee bar you. There's another guy in the UFC that does nothing but that, and people cannot stand it, and they hate him. Do you know what guy I'm talking about, bro?
I mean, there's a number of them.
Ryan Hall.
Yeah, he did that too.
He'll do the little roll and fucking try and grab your foot and boom, lock you out. Boom. When he gets it, it's very fast. Okay, he will tap you if you don't know what to do. All right, Carlos fought Rinya Nakamura. We picked that fight as well, I believe. Now, Rinya's a good wrestler, big time wrestler. All he does is wrestle. Granted, in his most recent fight, he didn't fucking wrestle at all.
Nah, he forgot how to wrestle.
We're not here to talk about that, though. He's smart. He was able to get out of leg locks. Musasa, like Brevin said, is coming to take your head off. He's way better at the striking. Faster. His strikes are straight down the pipe. I know I say that all the time, but when you're fast and your strikes are good, clean technique, straight down the pipe, that's how you knock people the fuck out. My only thing, dude, is I feel like this is a perfect. First of all, I do not agree with the lines. Right now, Musasa is minus 750. Wild to me. Makes no sense. The dude on Contender Series had no grappling credentials, and he was taking him down. He wasn't ragdolling him. He took him down a couple times. All I'm saying is this is one of those fights. Carlos Vera has that career where every time he's going to do that little roll bullshit, he's going to try and grab your legs. There's going to be 1 or 2 times in his career where he will get it and beat somebody he's not supposed to when he's a massive underdog. And we always see it happen. Jared Mearshart, Ryan Hall, these guys do it all the fucking time. When this dude should knock him out, you're like, oh, this dude's going to knock him out. Bet the knockout. Bet the knockout. What happens? Goes in there. Boom. Subs him. Everybody's shocked. I'm just saying minus 750. I think it's a fucking trap. Watch out. With that being said, Musasa should have way better striking. All he has to do is not be an idiot. If you drop him, back up and make him stand up. And don't overextend. I think he can take it to the decision, whatever. But give me Musasa, bingo, bango. I'm just saying I think it's a trap.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, you're right that the money line of minus 750 is a trap. Bet the KO from Musasa or bet the sub from Vera.
Yeah.
I have a hard time seeing it go into decision because Vera could roll and try to find the legs, but like once they're back up on their feet, it's just not going to go well for him. He really
It's
is
not
not on
close.
the same level as Musasa.
Yeah.
I agree with you though. This could be one of those things that Vera finds a sneaky leg lock. He could find a heel hook. Musasa's like 26.
Yeah.
Vera's 37. He's been in the game. He's very crafty. He knows what he's doing. He had a lot of fights under his belt. But man, Musasa's just so strong. He's so strong. I feel like it's like, one of those situations where even if he does have the leg, Musasa could just be standing there, hammer fisting Vera, knock him out with some hammer fist or something like that. So we'll see.
Yeah, because it's either he's going to be on his back too much and all we got to do is back up and keep standing him up and beating his ass, or he's going to be an idiot and get caught in it. It's one or two ways, dude. But we've seen it. You and me have seen it before. Like, these things happen.
We have, so just don't be surprised if it happens. However, like there's no shot that I could sit here and predict that Vera's going to actually be able to land one. That's just a tough thing. When
Sure.
you're a one-trick pony, I'm staying away.
X.
All right. Moving up the card, we've got Dayar Nurgozhay taking on Brenson Ribeiro.
This one is going to be a good one. I don't know if a lot of people are shitting on this card. I kind of like it. It's not bad. Looking into it more.
Well, there's some heavy hitters.
Yes, the striking on this card, pretty nice. Yeah, Brenson Ribeiro, just that, a heavy hitter. Kind of a wild guy though. Ming Yang Zhang starched him. Who else did he just beat? Kyle Machado. If you guys don't know, I think Kyle Machado's trash.
Yeah, and he lost to Magomed Gadzhiesulov, who definitely got fraud checked in his last one.
Yes, we are not high on Gadzhiesulov either. Ming Yang Zhang, though, is a terrifying person to fight with crazy power.
And then Machado came down from like heavyweight.
Yeah, that was his first fight down at light heavy.
Right.
Which, either way, Machado's ass. Dayar, he's another one of those guys. He's very patient, technical. Got a head kick KO, gorgeous head kick KO on the Contender Series, gorgeous setup. He's got a good rear uppercut that he throws and then hook to the head. He does get clipped a tiny bit. He's got a little bit of a chin. He's got good takedown defense. I think good enough. And Ribeiro's not. It's not like Ribeiro's gonna ragdoll him. And if he does, I'm shocked. Okay, you can call me shocked. But I like the patience. I think Ribeiro Ribeiro does well at distance. And once he gets into the red zone, into the clinch, or right before the clinch, then that's when he gets a little too wild. And that's where he gets clipped. That's where Ming Yang got him. So I don't necessarily like that. And I like Dayar's uppercuts and hooks right there. His rear uppercut's really nice. He'll sneak it in there. He'll do body work. We just can't do what Pinto did, which granted Pinto got the KO. We can't be too patient.
Yeah.
But I like what Dyer's got. I think he's got a lot of potential. Give me a Dyer.
Yeah, bingo, bango, JP. I'm also taking Dyer, but here's the thing that I kind of will stress to you. This is probably one of those fights that, like JP alluded to, Dyer's going to come out patient. I feel like he could give up the first round. I mean, if you want to bet this fight, look at the live odds after the first round. Brenson Ribeiro, he comes out fast. He's been there. He's done that. This is a UFC debut for Dyer coming off the contender series. He's had nothing but success. The last thing that he wants is to go out there and get starched in the first round of his UFC debut. So I feel like he's going to be a little bit even more so patient this one. So look for him to lose the first round. If you want to bet it, I like Dyer after the first round. That's when Ribeiro really starts to fade. Expect Dyer to open up in round 2. And if it makes it into round 3, I think he'll be the fresher fighter. Ribeiro does at times have gas tank issues and he leaves himself very open to the striking. Dyer can find that power. The other thing to watch out for too, Brenson Ribeiro does have quite a big reach advantage.
Yeah.
Sometimes he can find the home for his jab, if he can land his jab all night, it may be a little tough for Dyer to get inside and get in the pocket, especially like JP alluded to. Brenson Ribeiro does fight well at range, but it seems like he can't stop himself from getting wild, overextending, and getting into the pocket where he can get clipped. I'm excited to see, well, not really excited, but interested to see how Dyer handles adversity in this one because I do think that there's probably going to be a moment where he takes a big time shot from Brenson Ribeiro, something that he's never really felt before in his career. He's going to have to fight through some adversity and still show off his skill set. I like him. I think he can get it done. I'm rocking with you. This is an interesting fight, and it'll tell us a lot to really determine how ready Dyer is ready or is for this division inside the UFC.
100%, dude. Yeah, if he, because he's got what, like an 8-inch reach advantage, like that. Um,
Close to it. Close to it.
yeah, 7 inches. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. If he can land that jab and stay on it, and Dyer can't figure that puzzle out early, that be a problem early. But we'll have to see. Next one, Revan's favorite fighter, Sam Hughes. Sam Hughes versus Stephanie Luciano.
Matt Hughes' daughter. Uh, honestly, like, sorry, Matt Hughes. I don't want to disrespect you like that. Honestly, I'm very sorry for even bringing that up. That's just a stupid comment. I really do apologize. Sam Hughes is never, ever deserving of being in the same conversation as Matt Hughes. But this is an interesting fight, JP, and I know I say it's interesting for every single fight, but I'm very interested. I love the UFC. I hope you guys are do as well. Sam Hughes, she's kind of mediocre on the feet. She's kind of mediocre on the ground. She's kind of mediocre with grappling. She's kind of mediocre with wrestling. Stephanie Luciano, she's got good hands. That's all we've seen from her inside the UFC. I'm a little bit worried about Sam Hughes' ability to take her down, control her, go to a boring decision. That's kind of what Sam Hughes can do to some girls at times. Sometimes that's what happens to her, but I feel like when that happens to you so many times, you start to get it in your brain that that's what you should do to other girls to finally get some wins. I worry about that. However, I do like Stephanie striking. I think she can find the home for her hands on Sam Hughes' big forehead. Okay. I'm just saying. She pulls that hair back real tight. There's a lot of target area to hit if you're Stephanie Luciano. They call her Little Ronda, Rondinha, whatever. She looks like Ronda Rousey. She doesn't fight like Ronda Rousey. I've been high on her in the past. I know we broke her down before. High on her here. So give me Stephanie Luciano to get the win over Sam Hughes. Please, please, please. I'm begging.
Yeah, Brevin was nice about it. I won't be. Good old Five Head is trash. She's quite literally mid, like he said, mediocre at everything. All right. The only thing she's not mediocre at is a forehead competition. She could win that in a landslide. Okay. Give me Luciano, bingo bango. Okay. Luciano fought Alan Carr twice, drew with her once because she had to defend all these takedowns and blah, 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 and then beat her ass in the third round. Next fight, beat the shit out of her from range. I think Alan Carr is phenomenal at jiu-jitsu. Phenomenal is maybe a big word, but she's a good grappler, great grappler. They call her little whatever. Do they call it? Is that her nickname, Rondinha or whatever? But she's got
Yeah.
decent throws in the clinch. She's strong, and her hands are just way better. And Miss Forehead ain't winning nothing besides send her to power slap. Maybe not. Maybe not because they got so much surface area to fucking smack. Give me
No, they should
Luciano.
just do a headbutt competition.
Shit, she could let her headbutt watermelons or something, dude. But
We're not here to talk about looks, guys. We're
not
sorry, but like
this.
this is something that must be addressed, okay? I didn't want to say it. JP really took the words out of my mouth for me. I hope it gets punched
Hey.
on Saturday.
Hey, you guys always hear me say fade the 40s. Fade the 5 head, give me Luciano.
All right. Moving up the card. Excited for this one as well.
Oh,
We've got Waldo Cortez Acosta taking on Ryan Spann. Debut at heavyweight.
yes. Crazy. Crazy. This is probably the fight I'm most excited for on this card.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I don't like Where's Waldo. I don't think anybody likes Where's Waldo. It's just something to do when you're bored. Where's he at? Go find him. Is he over here? Is he over there? Yeah, sure, he beat Despain. I mean, do we even have to say anything about that Despain fight? Despain, I could take Robelis Despain down. Like, holy shit, dude's takedown defense is atrocious. Ryan Spann, we kind of dogged on him a couple times for his fight IQ. It's not the best. I'm interested to see if he's a big. I can't imagine he gets past like 240.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I mean, he fought in May of 2024. I know John Jones took quite some time off to get back to heavyweight
Yeah,
to get back to, but to get to that weight, that's kind of a quick turnaround from a light heavyweight to heavyweight. Like, I mean, some other weight classes, you can kind of make that switch because it's just very close. It's like give or take 10 pounds, you're walking around at that mark. But from going from light heavyweight to heavyweight, 265 is a big jump, dude.
yeah, like and Waldo. I mean, he last weighed in at 262, so he's all 3 pounds is what it is. He's a full size heavyweight. Granted, he's not tall or any. I mean, he's 6'4".
He's 6'4".
Damn, he's. I thought he was like 6'2", maybe.
I
So
know, but compared to some of the other heavyweights, that's kind of how he looks.
that is true. That is true. And then next to Robelis as well, he's a small guy.
hmm
Ryan Spann though, he does have power. He's got finishing potential. He's got power. He put Oven St. Peru out. We picked him in that one. Um, he just makes dumb decisions. And I really want to see what he's gonna look like. If he's gonna be like 230, because he's normally pretty stacked, pretty built, pretty cut up. So I don't know if he's gonna be a little pudgy, be 240, 245, 250, 225, and he's ripped. I don't know. Sure, Waldo wrestled Despain. That's my point. Is Despain so ass that Waldo wrestled him? I think whereas Waldo's used to having a speed advantage against these other heavyweights, I don't necessarily think he's going to have it here. And I think Ryan Spann's got power. This could be JP's biased want to see it pick of the card. Give me Superman Spann at dog money, dude. Give me Ryan Spann.
Wow. Wow. I was not expecting that from JP. Guys, I will tell you, JP might be one of the most not biased, sorry, not bipolar. Bipolar was the word I was looking for.
Fair.
JP might be one of the most bipolar individuals I've ever met because he will sit here and shit on Ryan Spann over and over and over. And all of a sudden, Ryan Spann goes, "Hey, I'm tired of getting starched at light heavyweight. So I'm going to move up to heavyweight where they hit even harder." JP, no bango. No bango on this one. I cannot take Superman. Waldo Cortez Acosta, to me, is a true heavyweight. Sure, it's not flashy. Sure, it's not like some of Ryan Spann's KO victories in the past, but to me, he holds a different type of power that Ryan Spann just hasn't felt before. And the leg kicks, Cortez Acosta mixes in very well. Sure, it's not going to be a wrestling fest with Ryan Spann. I think it stays standing, and I think they kickbox. And if Ryan Spann can find a KO victory here, great. That's a wonderful start to his move to heavyweight. But he's going to have to deal with some serious power also coming back his way from another heavyweight. We've seen him get KO'd by guys at light heavyweight time and time again. I mean, he's been knocked out 4 different times. Bogdan Guskov, Anthony Smith, he went to split decision. He
Wait
got
for it.
triangled before.
Wait
It's
for
like,
it. Keep going.
wait for it.
Keep going.
Johnny motherfucker. Yeah, like, and that sucks. Like Carl Roberson, okay? And Carl Roberson's dog
Wow,
water.
that's a throwback right there.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just tough. Ryan Spann, JP will talk about his IQ, but then all of a sudden be his biggest fan. Get out of here. I'm taking Waldo Cortez Acosta.
Yeah. I mean, the powers is heavyweight. Heavyweight. If Johnny Walker can start you, yeah. But hey man. Sometimes he looks like Superman, and sometimes he looks like Sam Hughes' husband. Let's move forward. Next fight on the card: Su Young Yu versus AJ Cunningham.
Jiu-Jitsu. I like this guy, dude. I've always liked this guy. He's 1-0 inside the UFC. Last fight, Oregon. JP, you'll have to kind of refresh my memory. I know I picked him in that one. I don't think it was a very dominant win, even though it was a unanimous decision victory. I don't think he did anything that was crazy, but at the same time, his opponent on Saturday, AJ Cunningham, 0-1 inside the UFC, he's kind of dog water too, man. He's kind of a can, and I think they're continuing to build up Su Young Yu in this one. So I'm picking Su Young Yu. He's got a jiu-jitsu game. He's got good hands. He'll probably go to decision though, but he's also pretty good at winning decisions as well. So I think he gets another W on Saturday.
Hey, I got you with the. I'm gonna be the stats guy. Okay. Actually, all right. I'm that guy right now. In that fight that you're talking about, or you picked him. So, the guy he fought, not even gonna attempt his name. Not even gonna attempt it. I'm gonna butcher it so bad.
I looked at it and just stopped in my tracks.
His name probably has 40 letters in it. So he landed 48 total strikes. The other guy that he fought, right? How many strikes were significant out of those 48? Do you think that other guy had?
5.
9. How many strikes to the head do you think they were?
0.
4.
Okay.
So pretty bad. Pretty bad. It looks like Brevin, I know you, okay? You know you. And I know that you know that I know you.
I mean, come on. I know you. You know you. And I know you know that I know you.
All right. Shout out White Goodman. Also, you got to be careful calling AJ Cunningham a can. You guys don't know this.
What is that?
You guys don't know this dude's story. Go look it up. Jesus Christ. You're going to be pulling for the guy once you hear the story. Okay?
Enlighten us a little bit. Give us a hint. Give us a taste.
I'll give you a little taste of the glory. Yeah, as a kid, apparently he was shot up with steroids. He was forced to fight his siblings or other kids. He was beat pretty bad, and apparently he was forced to sleep outside with his dogs or something. I don't know. Pretty tragic stuff. Pretty bad stuff.
Tragic. First of all, if you're taking steroids as a kid, why do you have so many losses on your record? Second of all, the dude that fought in the first fight last weekend literally had to sleep in a pit bull cage. They had him in a cage growing up, and he still lost the fight because the judges don't like caged pit bulls. Okay? AJ Cunningham, you're still a can. Sorry that the steroids really didn't help you out.
Hey, AJ,
I mean, sorry, you
sorry.
had to fight your siblings? I'm sorry, you had to fight your siblings? Me and Dylan have done rounds together, brother. I will fight Dylan every single day of the week, and I have. So what is that supposed to tell me? I should feel sorry for you? You had to fight a sibling?
Well,
You and Becca have thrown punches at each other.
well, allegedly. Jesus Christ, this guy, I'm gonna sue him for
She used to
defamation.
wallop JP, okay? She used to wallop him. We played knee football. She gave him the forearm shiver. He'd be sitting there crying.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Where did we go? Where did we go? We just the train's derailed. Child abuse
you
is
not.
child abuse
I'll
is not
tell
okay.
you, I'm not saying child abuse is okay. I'm just saying if you have to fight a sibling, that's nothing new.
And we're not. I don't know if this is the boys from Amazon. I don't know if we're trying to make souped up babies. Quit injecting babies with steroids. Okay, it's weird. Freaking
Well,
me
that's
out.
what they did with Ryan Spann. I mean, there's a reason they call him Superman.
Hey, because he's Superman. Okay, that's different. He's from Krypton. Um, with all this fucking yapping bullshit being said, bingo bango, give me Su Young Yu. Also another thing, don't like the line. Don't like the line. Oh, and the biggest thing about this fight, Jesus, we really got off track. AJ Cunningham, his last fight was at 155. I'm pretty sure this fight is at 135.
It
So
is.
2 weight classes.
I mean, I'll
Wild
give him
stuff.
that. He's big. He's 5'10", 4 inches taller than Su Young Yu. He's also got a reach advantage of 6 inches. So I don't know. Maybe that experience sleeping with the dogs will pay off.
We'll see.
Roof, roof.
We'll see. We'll see if dude's still shooting up. That's terrible. I'm done making jokes. That's,
You are a wild man. You know what's not derailed, JP? Is the van. Joshua Van came through for your boys last week.
yeah, hold that. Fan lost by sub.
Oh, yeah.
How's that taste?
Keep talking that
How's
talk,
that taste?
buddy. All right. Let's just trying to use free play. What are you talking about? All right. Damon Blackshear taking on our boy, the renegade, Cody Gibson, JP's boyfriend.
Boyfriend. We broke up. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't like Cody Gibson. I think he sucks.
Yep.
Brevin's trying to keep my head on straight. Say he's decent at this. He's okay. Which sure. I mean, he can don't make out with Sam Hughes' forehead for all I care. I don't care. Damon Blackshear is a better grappler. I think he's quicker. Cody's striking's all right. Cody's just kind of a tough guy that hangs around. Sure, Damon had a bad loss against Montel Jackson.
Yeah, he did.
But Montel's fast, accurate. I don't think Cody's that fast. Cody's not that accurate. He loops his punches a little more than Montel does. And everybody has a bad loss, man. Everybody's got a bad loss. I think we've seen what Cody Gibson's going to be. I think Damon Blackshear can still be a little bit higher level than he is right now. And I'm excited to see if he's grappling him or whatever it is. I think Damon by decision. But give me Damon Blackshear.
JP, bingo bango, I agree with you. We saw it in Cody Gibson's last time out. He's going to press forward. He's going to look to wrestle. That's what he does. He wants to become a backpack, try to find a sub. JP said it. Damon Blackshear, probably an even better grappler than Cody Gibson. I don't think he's a better straight up wrestler, but there's definitely the threat of the jiu-jitsu coming from Damon Blackshear's side. And as well, he's gotten a much better hands standing. So I don't think he's going to get starched like he did in the Montel Jackson fight. Cody Gibson's not that type of fighter. He's just got to protect himself. Don't let Cody get the back. If he can wrestle him, keep him off. Damon Blackshear should have an easy night on Saturday.
Yep. There it goes. There it goes. I'm glad you get to go first on this one. I am interested to see if we have different thoughts. Alexander Hernandez versus Kurt Holobaugh, Cody Gibson's fellow toughie. Is that a good
The old toughie, the resurgence toughies.
X?
We got a lot of those guys on this card, actually, huh?
Yeah, these two.
Vera?
Vera. Yeah, dude. I'm surprised Austin Hubbard ain't on this card either.
Yeah, or what's his face? Roosevelt Roberts, the
Roosevelt
old
Roberts.
RR, the old double R.
Katona's not on this card.
Yeah, let's get Brad Katona back, baby. Yeah, this one we've got Hernandez and Holobaugh, the Great Ape, taking on the hurt Holobaugh. Dude, I don't freaking know. That's kind of a coin toss. Hernandez has some bad losses. 7-7 inside the UFC. He's fought decent competition. Like Renato Moicano, we've seen that he just fought for a title. Like, obviously, it wasn't like real. It was kind of short notice, but hey, still there. Donald Cerrone, that's a cool fight. Took an L there. Jim Miller, he's got some cool fights on his name, man. But he's one of those guys that he sticks around. He'll bring some action. It'll be a fun fight. Kurt Holobaugh, kind of a similar story. Like he can hold his own here and there, but he's gonna have to really put something together. I don't like Kurt's game at this point. I've picked Kurt in the past. He's let me down. He's 2-5 in the UFC. He's just kind of one of those dudes that just can't get things going for him. Sure, he got a unanimous decision in his last time out against a absolute nobody. Lost to Trey Ogden. That was a bad loss. He's okay at times, JP, but I just can't back Kurt Holobaugh. Give me the guy that didn't get cut from the UFC, Alexander Hernandez.
I'm shocked. I am shocked. This man saying he lost to Trey Ogden, that's a bad loss. You're the one hyping me up about Trey Ogden, telling me how biased I am for not picking this man. Alexander Hernandez is just another mid guy to me. He doesn't do anything great. He doesn't do anything impressive. Sure, he's got hands. He can't get out of the way. He can hit you 1-2, bing bop, and then he just stands there. He might be quicker, and Kurt got cut and came back, and he's probably just another one of these tough guys. I see this fight playing out. Hernandez gets one. Who's up in the air? And we've seen Hernandez fade. He fades all the time. I cannot see Hernandez subbing him or starching Kurt. Cannot see that whatsoever. I see the one going to Hernandez, two up in the air, and in round 3, Hernandez comes out. He's tired. And I think Kurt Holobaugh beats his ass exactly how he went with Krzyzewski, who's part of the Fighting Nerds, by the way. But we don't.
Not
we
any
leave
longer.
Him out. We leave him out when we talk about it.
Last I heard that the Fighting Nerds were undefeated, so I don't even think they're including that guy
Yeah, no, they don't.
as part of their team.
He's on the JV team. We don't talk about him. But I think round 3, Kurt Holobaugh beats his ass. I think Hernandez gasses out, quite literally. He can get broken. He's broke before. He's quit on himself before. And I think Holobaugh steals 3. And I think the second one goes to Holobaugh. I mean, we've seen these judges have trash judging anyway. So if it goes to the judges, it's a coin toss, like you're saying. I think Holobaugh wins it. Give me Kurt Holobaugh dog money.
Go for it, brother. You hate on Kurt Holobaugh all the time. If you want to go and back Kurt, be my guest, man. Hey, if you think 1 goes to Hernandez, 2's going to go to Hernandez, 3's going to Hernandez. Holobaugh, sure, he's a tough guy. Just doesn't put anything
1, 2,
together.
3
The
of a
volume's not
combination.
there. Yeah. You'll find out
Bing,
on Saturday.
bop, bam.
Bing bop. What's he say? Bingo, bango, bing bang bosh.
Bing bang bosh.
All right. Moving up, we've got Kevin Vallejos taking on Woo Choi.
Ooh. Glad I get to go first. Sang-woo. Stance is very wide. Very wide. Almost to the point where he's standing sideways, kind of like a karate stance or kung fu stance. Very wide. Kevin Vallejo has phenomenal leg kicks. Phenomenal. So that is going to be the first thing that needs to be addressed by Sang-woo, or you're going to have trouble with that. Kevin Vallejos, boxing, phenomenal. He'll go to the body. He'll shell up, boom, boom, body, head. Phenomenal. I love it. Ilya Topuria-esque. Someone else-esque. Who's that other person you might ask? Oh, yeah, Jean Silva.
Rob Font. Oh, never mind.
Rob Font. Get bald head ass out of here. Rob Bald Font. He can go with Sam Hughes for all I care. Jean Silva. And I love Jean Silva. You might look at Kevin Vallejo's record, say 14-1, so we don't have to worry about that O going. Oh, well, that O already went. And who'd it go to? The first time he was on Contender Series, he lost to Jean Silva by unanimous decision. This dude's disgusting. His only loss is to Jean Silva. And this other guy with a wide-ass stance who fought Steve Garcia last, idiot, gets clipped and then goes to just brawl. Cannot stand people who do that. You're an idiot. You get clipped, gel up, circle out, contain yourself. Don't like it. I think this dude's going to beat the shit out of him. I think Vallejos is disgusting. I want to see him and Jean Silva run it back after Jean starches Bryce Mitchell. Give me Vallejos. Vallejos a million times.
Yeah. Bingo bango on this one. I agree with JP, man. But the one thing that is a little bit of a concern is the height and reach disadvantage that Vallejo will be at. I mean, I'm not saying Choi is the best in the world, but he is 6 feet tall with a 74.5-inch reach at 145. That's kind of a big dude. Especially when Vallejos is 5'7" with only 68-inch reach advantage. However, one thing that's longer than your arms, your legs, he can. Hey, now
Hey,
JP,
chill out,
not
dude.
not for you, buddy. Calm down. Uh, he's gonna have to use that on Saturday. Use the kicks, chop the leg of Choi, and then you'll find success as well. I like Vallejos a lot. Give me Kevin Vallejos to get it done.
Yeah, and kind of like what we were talking about last week with Ferreira, when the other guy's taller, he's got a long reach and stuff, and Vallejos' style perfectly adds up to this, is once you get in close, body, head, body, head. And that's, I mean, Ilia Topuria is knocking people out like that. I like Vallejos' boxing. I like his, gorgeous.
Hey, whoa, relax there.
Every way.
Yeah, love that guy.
Stand-up's nasty, brother. Stand-up is nasty.
You're standing up for him, all right. All right, moving up the card. Zaleski taking on Chitty and Njokuani.
Chitty, chitty, bang, bang. We like Chitty. You like Chitty? Or am I just speaking for myself?
I like Chitty. He's
Um,
tall, dude. You know me. I like those tall,
Yeah.
long
I
fighters.
like how your
He's
voice,
one of them.
your voice gets higher. You know me.
Hey, you guys know me?
Chitty, chitty, bang, bang. Yeah, Chitty's he's got okay striking, and then he pressures you and then just kind of beats you down, works you down. um This episode's chalked, man. It is freaking chalked. We've gone so far to left field at this point. Um He's a pressure guy. So he wants to break you, right? I heard, I forget when it was, but I heard him say cutting to 170 is tough for him. Like he doesn't like it. He wanted to go up to 185. I believe he's fought at 185 before, no?
He might have. Versus RoboCop? Yep, RoboCop was at 185.
Yeah.
His Dusko Fedorovich. So like this is a big cut for him. He's fought at 185 quite a bit.
Yeah.
He's got the frame to be a 185er,
And
but he wasn't finding a ton of success there.
I mean, the guys there are
They're
monsters.
monsters.
But I know it's just a tough weight cut, so for that fact. And then Zaleski, I mean, Zaleski's he's a sneaky good grappler. He can put it on people late. He can crack too. Zaleski can crack too. So I can't see Chidi breaking him. This is probably the hardest pick on this card, in my opinion. I think this fight is very good. Thank you to the matchmakers for making this one. This one is, I feel like this one is the true coin toss, but I mean, he's got to draw with Renat the Rat. Zaleski does. Because he beat the fucking brakes off of him in the third round. He lost to Randy Brown, but a lot of people say that unanimous was not unanimous, which is always the hard thing. If you look at these with a blind eye and just kind of say, oh, unanimous decision, he lost, so he probably got worked. No, because we've seen it time and time again. These judges have terrible decisions. And then Zach Scroggin. I mean, Scroggin is nuts. He got worked. Zach Scroggin's ass. I think I'm gonna go with Zaleski, man. I can't see Chidi breaking him. I like his grappling. I think he can take the back possibly. I think he goes distance, and I think Zaleski just edges him out. Give me Zaleski.
Yeah, Zaleski edges him.
I'm
Listen,
not trying, dude. I'm not
yeah,
trying.
yeah, right. What is wrong with you? Bingo, bango, JP. Give me Zaleski as well. I agree. I think Chidi's good. I like that he is long for the division. I like that he's cutting that much weight. He is going to be like an imposing figure in the cage on Saturday. However, I mean, Zaleski's been in there with guys like that before. I look at the Randy Brown fight as an example. Like, I'm really high on Randy Brown. I personally think he beat Brian Battle. And Chidi's similar, but I don't think as good as Randy Brown. Zaleski can handle that, and he's got more ways to win. He can throw and bang, but he can also take you down. He's got good jiu-jitsu as well. So I'm taking Elizu Zaleski.
Another one. I'm glad I don't have to go first. Final one of the night, the main event. Probably going to be a barn burner. Marvin Vettori, Roman Dolidze 2.
A second time. What do I say, JP? It is hard to beat the same guy twice. Roma Dolidze been on a little bit of a tear lately. I mean, coming off of a Anthony Smith victory, unanimous, very dominant. Kevin Holland broke his rib early. And then his losses, Imavov, Nasruddin Imavov, majority decision loss. So that was a very close fight. And then obviously the loss to Marvin Vettori the first time around. I like Dolidze. I like his hands. I like the pressure. I like the wrestling. But Marvin Vettori, kind of the same story with him. He's got submissions. He's got good hands as well. Doesn't have a ton of KO victories, but at the same time, he does have the power to keep you at bay. JP, I like Marvin Vettori in this spot right here. I really do. He's coming off of a loss to Jared Cannonier, but at the end of the day, that's not that bad of a loss. Jared Cannonier was on up and up. And then the fight before that, he had beaten Roman Dolidze. So that fight's still pretty fresh for him. I think he's going to be very familiar with Dolidze in this one, even though Dolidze's looked really good. And even though their fight was now 2 years ago, Vittori's fresh. He hasn't fought a ton since then. I don't mind that in this spot. He does have a lot of UFC experience. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, guys that take a long time away from the sport are really gonna be fresh and ready to go. I know he withdrew from his fight against Brendan Allen. Didn't love that. But
They fought. They fought. Got a blackjack table, but they went down.
yeah, yeah, it went down. See, he's got some reps in there. I like Vettori.
Interesting. Interesting. I was gonna hear what you had to say because I'm still kind of up in the air with my pick for this. I think you nailed it on the head when you said they're both the same story, both the same guy. Strong, good at grappling, will take you down. Hands aren't decent, but they got power just because how big they are. Neither their striking is good. I don't like either their striking. Marvin Vettori, I mean, decision king. Right behind him, Roman Dolidze, decision king. Obviously, Anthony Smith stoppage. And then Kevin Holland stoppage. But like you said, Kevin Holland popped his ribs, so we never really got to see how far that was going to go.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's close because in the first one, Dolidze was walking him down. Granted, Vettori was popping him and then circling out. I don't know. I do not know. They're the same guy. I think we've kind of seen, but Dolidze's older. But my only thing is Dolidze got into the MMA game late. 2 years since their first fight. Hard to beat the same person twice. I think Dolidze's grown. I mean, I don't know if the 2 years off is going to help Vettori or make him feel kind of stuck in the mud-esque when he's in there. I think the first fight was close. I think this one's going to be close. I think this one goes to Dolidze. Give me Roma Dolidze, dog money.
I don't mind that from you, JP. I really don't. But to me, it's giving off the Justin Gaethje Fiziev vibes. It really is. Like for Fiziev, it was a very recent fight for him. For Marvin Vettori, it's a very recent fight. However, Marvin Vettori got the better of Dolidze the first time out. And that's got to give you really good confidence, right? Like, it's not like you knocked him out in the first round and things are going to be different. Like, you got lucky. I mean, you went the full distance with him, found the unanimous decision victory. I think it gives you that level of confidence. And for Dolidze, you may overextend. You may not fight within yourself, which he's been able to do against Kevin Holland, against Anthony Smith. He's fought his game. I just worry that he's going to be out of his style, out of his game, looking to find something that works for him, different than what didn't work the first time out. That's why I like Vettori. But I mean, it is close. You're right. It could go either way.
And I mean, hey, you never know. We could get a dog shit decision again. There seems to be one a card. So we'll see.
We will see. That does it for the card, but that doesn't do it for the show. Don't go anywhere. Stay right in your seats. We've got the show parlays coming your way, the free parlays every single week. Last weekend, the basic hit. I got you guys. It's been hitting. All right. And the lock. The lock smacked it up. The van was moving down the highway, brother.
Bro, nice seats, lean back. Jeez.
Starting with Lockeddoormma's lock of the night. JP, who are you locking up?
Who am I? Who are you? Locking up. Just kidding. We know. But which one am I gonna go with? I think I'm gonna steal him. I think I'm gonna steal him from you, and I'm gonna give you the other guy because he lost to my boy. But I think he's still disgusting. I mean, the body work, the boxing, the leg kicks, the speed, everything about him. Vallejos. Give me Vallejos over Sung Woo Choi. I think he starches him. I think he knocks him the fuck out.
There we go. And for my lock of the night, give me the tough son of a gun, Andre Lima, the one that saw stars at the Sphere but got his hand raised at the end of the night. I like the guy, I like his toughness. He's getting it done.
The bite boy.
The bite marks are going to be biting. Now for the basic. Revan's basic. The moment you've all been waiting for. The one that's been paying the bills. Let's kick it off with Andre Lima, my lock. Let's put JP's lock in there. Kevin Vallejos. And then to wrap it up, Josias Musasa, my brother. Let's get it done. Right now, that's at minus 139. Close to even money. It's been smacking. Make sure to get it in now before those lines move.
Smacking. That's not a bad one. Not a bad one. And every time we tell you guys, the lines are going to move. They've moved every time. Revan's basic actually got better last weekend. So if you waited, you made out like a bandit. All right? Hey. Oh boy. The juicer. I mean, it kind of follows the theme of this episode. The juicer's been teasing. Okay. Juicer's a little tease. All right. We get close. 1 off. 2 off. 1 off again. It hits. One off. Hey, we're right there. And it's always juiced up. Every weekend, sit down. Let's go. Here we go. First one. Revan's lock, Andre Lima. We believe in him that much. We like his striking. We like his patience. We think he sees everything coming at him. Andre Lima. Throw him in there. Next one. First dog of the night that I have. Is he going to be fat? Is he going to be ripped? We don't know. First time at heavyweight. Superman. Throw him in the juice. All right. Next one. We think he's bouncing back. Okay. And we like him a lot. He's one of the only men who ever get a twister in the UFC. Throw in Damon Blackshear. He's a confident call. Next one, another dog, Mr. Holobaugh. I think he's going to beat Hernandez's ass in the 3rd round. Give me Holobaugh. Next one, my lock, Kevin Vallejos. He's disgusting. He is disgusting. If you want him by KO in there to juice it up even more, throw it in there. Next one, Zaleski dos Santos over Chidi. He could even get a sub. Possible sneaky sub. We think he's just better. We think he can edge out Chidi's more technical. Throw Zaleski in there. Final one to round it out. 7 legs. Another dog, Roman Dolidze. Probably sweating this one out. Probably going to decision. Might need a bad decision. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe he outworks Vettori and they run it back a third time, because we all want to see that. Throw Dolidze in there. 7 legs plus 4,200 right now. Yeah, subject to change, but we'll see. Juiced up, baby.
It's very juiced up. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to the channel, we appreciate you guys for being here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's free to do. It helps your boys out. Means a lot to us. We're here for you every single week with new content every single day as well for you. I'm excited for this one. I hope you guys are too. This has been fun to break down. There's a lot of good fighters on this card. It's a sneaky card for a fight night, so make sure you tune in, because I feel like there's going to be a lot of action, especially with the reversion to the old gloves. Going back to those old gloves, we've seen some brutal KOs as of late. Granted, last weekend it was with a foot and not the fist. Another
Shit.
KO of the year candidate last weekend. I think there's more to come. Make sure to tune in. JP, I'll hand it over to you.
Yeah, fighting nerds. Holy cow, Mauricio Rufy. I can't believe we forgot to mention that earlier in the show. Yeah, like he said, man, we appreciate you guys, everybody who's new. All right, smack that like button, smack that subscribe button. Comment down below. 4 heads, 5 heads. Do you like them? Do you love them? What's your feelings? What's your thoughts? Are we juicing up our kids? All right. Child abuse is not okay. Support down in the comments. All right. And help us beat that algorithm's ass. Ladies and gentlemen, another weekend, another set of fights. Boy, did we love doing this. As always, it was a pleasure. Bingo, bango, baby. Peace.